I'm Danny Hagedorn.
And I'm his wife, Nicole.
This is Quill. He is our 1-year-old that we put through puppy preschool and basic and advanced on-leash training through private lessons, and we've kind of transitioned him a little bit to off-leash as well.
And this is Lily. She's our first dog, and where we started with Pawlished, and we started with her specifically with on-leash, basic and advanced, and then also moving to group classes with her as well. And for both of them, the goal is to then move to off-leash classes. So right now we're kind of at a transitional point where we're really working on honing in those skills that we learned on-leash and getting ready for the next step in their training. And something that I didn't think was going to happen with dog training, it wasn't like an expectation, was that we saw it with Lily, was that our bond with her changed.
Yep.
So when we got her, she was, the typical dog and just pulling on a leash. She wanted to go where she wanted to go, and she was kind of almost starting to run the house. And when we gave her the clear guidelines that Pawlished set out for us and taught her nothing in life is free and things like that, we found that she actually bonded with us more because she knew what to do to make us happy and what we wanted from her. And she ended up becoming a much more mellow dog. Everyone comments like she's just so different because she's actually more confident in what's going on. So she was less crazy just because she knows what's happening and what's supposed to be happening. And so then when we got Quill, we automatically knew that that was going to be the path we took for him as well. And he's even better on a leash than her because he learned since he was 10 weeks old, we started teaching him, so he's even better. But we really, that was really the big thing, was that it's not just teaching your dog how to walk on a leash, it's also creating a better relationship and making your dog be more content in their life because they know what they're supposed to be doing and how to make you happy.
And for me specifically too, I think in any house where there's a couple dogs, they're gonna most likely have a favorite. For both of them, it's not me, which is fine. But with Lily specifically, in the beginning, she liked me, but there was a very clear favorite. After doing the training with her now, it's kind of more like 49-51, where it can kind of go back and forth either day was who is her favorite and who she likes. So that meant a lot to me because this dog was supposed to be mine. She just ended up loving Nicole more.
And part of with Lily specifically is because she's a pit mix, I feel like being able to walk her down the street and her really show what a well-behaved dog looks like as an advocate for her breed. People automatically have assumptions about pit bulls, but they're not true. And her being able to walk down the street, not try to approach another dog unless I allow it, her holding close to me at all times, it shows like what kind of dog they truly are in a way that's less threatening to people because she isn't running towards them. They're able to approach her instead, and she's always happy with that. But with that, we're able to really show like this is what the dog is really like in a way that's non-threatening.
And there's no lunging, there's no pulling. I mean, we've taken them to places that were very public with large groups, and people go, "Oh, are these service dogs?" There's no vest, there's nothing that would make them think that other than they're just really that well behaved. It's a true testament, I think, to the quality of the care and attention that both us and our dogs have gotten here at Pawlished.
And I think one thing that I didn't realize I was going to get after having a well-trained dog is just how much easier it is to do things.
Oh my God, yes.
Because we're able to, this fall we went camping and we were there with, I want to say 5 other dogs, but I was able to put my dogs, I gave them a blanket, that was their place. We were outside and I was able to drop their leash and walk and do something. They were within sight, but I was able to walk away and take care of something versus some of the other dogs were on a lead, so they were tangling around people, getting in the way, things like that. And instead, my dogs were just sitting where they belonged, and they were able to move around within reason in their place, but they stayed there and they were able to then go on walks and stuff and enjoy everything without already being stressed from being tethered.
So the group classes was another kind of unexpected benefit, I think. I think when we first started doing everything and we saw that they had group classes after, it was like, oh, okay, we might do that sometimes. It wasn't really going to be as big of a deal. But we, for the most part, try to go at least every other week. You know, there are some exceptions here and there, but we're there usually pretty frequently. And that's been one of the biggest parts of their development. You know, they know, what does everybody say sometimes? You ready to go to school? And they, you know, are all excited. They get, you know, in the car and get ready, and we come and put them through their paces, put them to work. It's nice to, you know, get some practice for them and get some interaction with some other dog owners that, you know, care enough to get their dogs trained and, you know, taken care of, I think.
Something that I can do with my dogs that I don't know of many people who haven't been through dog training, is walk two large dogs at the same time, and in a crowded or stressful situation maintain that. So it was never something I thought about, but then now that I have the ability, there's a lot of times, even if you are bringing someone else with you, that they have to go to the restroom or something, and the ability to then have both and them know exactly what's expected and be able to still hold their commands and hold their heel, even though there's one of me and two of them. And our dogs are not super large, but they're pretty big size, and if they wanted to pull me away, they could. And the ability to then just walk them through a crowded place, just be by myself, one, provides flexibility in those situations where we need that, and two, giving them more interaction, because there may be times that I'm available or Danny's available, but we're both not available, but they still both get to go and enjoy whatever it is that one of us wants to do, because we can handle both of them. Some of that could be going to Brexton Brewery, and I can have both dogs and have no problem, even though it's just me. And sometimes it's going to a festival where, like I said, we're taking turns, but you can still manage both dogs very easily without anything crazy.
Absolutely. And I run a lot. I was going to a race, and we took them into the expo before the race. No issue. Big crowds. It took up an entire, ballroom. Took up a very large space in a convention center, and totally well behaved. Nicole came with me, but I left them all a couple times. I had to go to the bathroom to check in, to get, you know, the different things. No issue, came back every time, and I feel like every time I came back there was a new person or group of people that were going, oh my god, your dogs are so well behaved, you know, that were just fawning over them, because they are well behaved. We really owe all of that to Tori and Pawlished.